Each rhythm is particularly, like the first one is flowing. That's the feminine. And the feminine is all about our relationship to the earth. So we're an ecosystem meeting the ecosystem of the earth, but most of the time our feet aren't on the ground. So what we're doing is learning how to connect to the earth and move with the frequencies of the earth, and otherwise we wouldn't be destroying, our entire planet if we could just know that we're part of the ecosystem. And movement, we are movement. You're movement, I'm movement. That's what a human being is, energy and movement. And so is everything else. The rocks are a little slower in their movement. Dogs are really fast sometimes. But so the first rhythm is really the feminine grounding itself in the quality of Mother Earth, the Mother. And it's slow and it's round and it's feminine and it's about taking in and receiving and allowing myself to be fully present with whatever's unfolding moment to moment. So that's the first rhythm. And then you move to the second one, and that's staccato. And staccato gets a little bit faster. It's about the masculine. It's about self-expression from the heart, and it's lines and angles more than the roundness of the flowing. It's that kind of movement like that, like rock and roll 4/4 time kind of thing. And so you get into the masculine, it's about expressing your heart into the world and connecting with the world, and the feminine is there to receive the world. So those two start to come together, but when they start to come together, there's the round meeting the straight, and then it's chaos. Just like life, man, woman, chaos. It just happens. And so the masculine energy of lines and angles and sharpness and out, and the feminine with the in and soft and allowing and opening and grounding, when they come together, it takes heat. And chaos produces heat. So the rhythm is a hot rhythm. It's, it's all about chaos. It's about the unimaginable, untouchable, qualities of life. And so you have to let go of control, because what happens in chaos is it's going so fast, it's just like crazy going fast, until you just sweat out everything. And suddenly chaos relaxes and finds a sense of order and lyrical. And, it's like, you got out of your head and you got in your body and you start to feel. And then the lyrical is like joy. It's like uplifting. It's not happiness, which is dependent on something. It's joy, like that ineffable quality of just the explosive joy of just being in life. And so that's the fourth rhythm. And they all correspond, like, feminine is the quality of the earth, and the masculine is the quality of fire, and chaos is the quality of water, because it dissolves contradiction. So when you have opposing forces, they it's like the water on the rocks. They're honing them into a movement that matches the movement of the water, and we bring ourselves in and match the movement of the showing, what's appearing, what's happening right here in this moment. And that's when you move from lyrical, which is the quality of air, move from the earth, fire, air, and then water, and then air. And then stillness. So what Gabrielle always used to say is the fastest way to still the mind is to move the body. And that's what we've been doing since 1988 here in this county, is getting people to move. But they don't understand the cosmology, a lot of the people that come. And so it's like, it's down and it's up and it's, like that. But all of that has so much to teach. Each of those rhythms are teachers.
Do you explain what you just explained to us to people before they start the 5 rhythms with you?
I should. I used to, but people haven't wanted that. Which is, really a shame. I'm getting old, so I'm not leading classes much anymore, but I think people need to learn the basics, of how to really ground myself and make all of my movements come up from the earth. Everything moves into the feminine, into the earth. I take it in. I take this beauty all around me. I take it into my heart, and then it's just I move with life,
And live with movement.
and live as movement. We're a moving ecosystem, and it's like Russian dolls, So, but first you got to get in tune with your that who you are. Who am I? What am I doing here? I got a story, and then I got the lenses that I look at my story through. So I'm not aware of the lenses that I look through, and some of them are ancestral, but everything is being shaped by my past. That's why I'm so big about trauma, and movement is the best way, the only way really, to meet trauma. It's the only way. You can't, change your body with your head. Your mind is going, your body knows what to do, but it gets fragmented in overwhelming experiences, which is an intelligence. It's a bloody intelligence. The nervous system has been evolving for hundreds of thousands of years. And anytime there's an overwhelming experience, it goes, emergency, it's not safe. And it fragments a part of our essence. And then it lands in the body as either tension or numbness. And that lives in the body. Chronic tension is trauma, living in the body. And so when you move and you bring awareness, more and more deeper inner and outer awareness, then that begins to bring the light of, this is a pattern that I'm following here. So in the dance, we work, if we were doing this as a class, we work with repetition. What are the repetitions? How do I meet people? How do I go away? What happens in my body? Do I armor myself? Do I tense up? Do I just freeze inside? What happens? If I don't bring awareness to that, it's just running me, and I'm seeing the whole world through all those filters. So,
yikes.
That's why we dance.